Welcome to the Memories Lane podcast. We talk about games, news, and all things like that. My name is Chris, and I'm here with Mark with a C.
Hey.
Mark with a K.
Ho!
And Roberto.
What's up, my?
I
know.
Send this man all the way to the
You gonna
clink.
show me the clink? Is that what
We
you
were doing something there.
We were doing something, were we? What were we doing?
We did
One
a
syllable.
hey ho, and Rob did not do the let's go.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I actually didn't pick
Nice.
up on that either. So
Rip.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah.
yeah.
He'll have to get it right next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
If there is a next week.
Yeah. So we're super excited to be doing this today because this morning there was a Pokemon Direct.
Huge
where
news.
Huge fucking news where they decided to announce Pokemon Shield and Sword. How you guys feeling about this one?
Generation fucking 8, bro.
hell yeah.
I'm
Do we
so
get do
excited.
we finally reach 1,000 Pokemon, or is it 900?
They
What was the
should
last
go to
count?
$9.99 and then just stop.
They wouldn't do that unless they
What?
would make a special legendary.
No,
For number
I
1,000.
think we're currently at 700. I think 784.
So we're gonna be in the 900s after this. comes out.
Yeah, there's. I don't think there's any shot that we get over 150 originals
Yeah.
in this game. Who knows? Maybe we will.
Well,
but
what
I
mean,
doubt it.
you've been more in sync with like the Pokemon releases lately. Like how many did they usually add? Is it like 200 usually? each new gen?
No. They the last couple of games have added about 80 or so.
It's a
Oh,
lot smaller than I
we're
thought. Okay.
we're up to 809 currently.
Oh,
We're up
Oh,
to
we're not gonna-
809.
so we're not gonna hit 1,000. No.
They're not
No,
It'll
like
be like between like 900 and 950 probably.
I can see
Yeah,
that. I can see that.
because I think Gen 5 was the most recent generation that added the most completely original. They added an extra 155 that were completely original to that to
Gotcha.
the series.
Okay,
so-
gotcha.
Unless they do that to the nth degree, nah, bro.
All right, sorry, but yeah, getting back to the news at hand here. What happened at the Pokemon Direct? Who wants to fill that in?
So, I mean, essentially they were just like, hey, thanks for sticking with us. We're announcing the new Pokemon.
Yo, literally. Like,
Yeah, it was 7 minutes.
yeah.
That was literally it.
They didn't even beat around the bush. They were like, hey, we know you guys like Pokemon. We like Pokemon. That's why we make it. And then and they were like, well, here you go. Enjoy. And then it went straight into the trailer for it. And it got me nervous at first. I'm not going to lie. It looked really, really similar to Pokemon X and Y at the very beginning. I was like, no, they're not doing this.
Why, you thought they
They're-
would
they're-
remake X and Y? Like
they're
remake?
not remaking
That's what you were
X
afraid
and
of?
Y.
No.
Yes, I was afraid.
They wouldn't have done that. Come on, give them a little more. Give them a little more
dude,
credit.
Go back and watch that trailer. It looks like you're walking out of the house in that game, and it looks like that first town that they show looked exactly like the first town from X and Y.
I mean, it just shows that they were going for a very modern setting.
I mean,
Well, I don't
do
even know if
think it
it's very
looks very-
modern at all.
okay,
yeah,
maybe
I
not
think
modern
it-
is the right word to use, but
like
very.
I was been trying to come up with the word all day for what it kind of looks like, but since it's Pokemon Shield and Sword, like
Yeah.
I jumped to like medieval, but it's clearly not
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Definitely
medieval.
not.
It's more I don't know.
I saw someone describe it online as seeming like it's set in Industrial Revolution.
Industrial and Revolution.
Yeah,
England.
yeah. Okay,
Oh, wow.
that's kind of where I was going with
It's
it.
very
Yeah,
sensible when you
nice.
look at like the mechanical parts. Like they showed off some like really Industrial Revolution looking like mechanical parts is the best word to use it. Hollow Bastion.
Which-
That's a good way. A good way to put it. Yeah, but in terms of the setting of Europe, like if you like, you guys have taken a good gander at the map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely like you can see parts of Europe in there. Like I can see a Big Ben in there. I can see parts of London too.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Give
definitely
us
the London Eye,
Victorian London.
Yep.
but
Like I see Big Ben. I can see the Shard. There's also a Ferris wheel. I mean, like
so I'm looking at this map right now, and this has to be the most vertical map they've
Oh,
ever.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
well,
'Cause-
what the second comes close is last generation. What was the last generation's area?
Lola.
Oh, not
Mhm.
Alola. There was a map that was fairly vertical, but not like this, right? Not X and Y. Might have been X and Y.
Black and white. What was kinda like?
Because
so
that was
it-
like
it-
New York, right? Ish.
Yeah,
Like the
like
boroughs.
it was kind of like a shrunken like it was like half of this map,
Right.
Yeah.
like, but this is a very long vertical stretch, which
Like we
I
call
I
this
guess is cool.
verticality. It's like a long. Well, it's not like vertical as in up to bottom.
And
yeah.
and I can definitely see that there's gonna be a train, which is pretty neat.
Yes.
Yo,
I
bring
dig
back the
that.
magnet train, right?
I hope it's I hope it's a steam engine. Fuck the
Oh,
magnet
that's a
train.
good one
Oh.
for. That's a
So
good
they're
one for.
talking about the
It's gotta be.
train that's right at the like polar kind of summit area. That looks like it could be very much a steam engine.
Yeah,
a
I'm looking.
locomotive, if you will.
If you look like right at
The lake area. Oh.
well, you have that long stretch by the lake area, but I'm even looking further down, like the outset of that first major town with the purple and red house that goes through that mountain, and it's on like the left or
Yeah, it looks like the first village at the bottom of the map, right? You got
yeah,
that
but
red-
like all
Yep.
like all that gives me a very steam engine
I like
looking
that.
vibe.
Well,
I
I
like that.
think Juan,
I fuck
if
with
you
that.
look at the very, I feel like this is bad radio, but if you look at the very top, like where the mountains are with the snow, like I think you can see a train there.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
hang on,
yeah,
I'm
you're
looking
right.
for it.
There's
Oh shit, I do see it. Yo, you're right.
And that definitely does look like a steam engine.
Yeah, So steam engines confirmed.
Yo, 100% steampunk.
Hey.
They got that right.
Should be so cool. What I'm also realizing here is that in a lot of the other games, there were cities that you'd have to go and like take a boat over the ocean to get to. I don't see any of them on this map.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it's
seems
one
like
land mass.
they kind of listened after people were upset that like Ruby and Sapphire were like 80% water,
Yeah.
and Alola
8
was
out of
like
10.
95% water. Like it's cool to see a pretty strictly landmass.
I mean,
Yeah.
in
oriented
before
map.
IGN calls it 8 out of 10 for being too much land, but
Oh well, you know what? Then there's no pleasing anyone.
But yeah, if you're like listening to this, I would just take a good look at this map because it's definitely the most unique Pokemon region from what I've seen so far. It looks like it's going to be the most unique Pokemon region we've ever seen.
Also, we forgot to mention the name of the region, and it's Galar, Galar.
Yeah, the Galar region. I don't know. When I was watching that trailer, I got so hyped because visually it's so much different than any other Pokemon game, and they're starting to go in that direction of like, okay, like we need to really
up the game.
up the game.
Forgive the pun, but yeah.
Yeah, we really need to like step our shit up, and I'm so pumped. Some of the background art is incredible.
When they showed that like spooky forest, I was
Uh-huh.
like, I'm in with this.
You know,
I'm hyped. And
You know, the scenery that I like, I liked all the shots of like the scenery that you have in the background, because like you have the cinematic, you know, what the camera does, where you get to see the player and you get to see like the scenery behind them as well, which is like really neat. You get to appreciate all that too. I'm thinking about the big fields of grass with yeah. Go ahead.
A little observation I had at the beginning that I think like I was trying to, like you guys, like figure out what feels different about it, and at least one of the things for me is that everything seems like the sense of scale is more like accurate. I know it's like
Oh,
I know
yeah.
it's like a Pokemon thing for like you to be half the size as the house that you're going into basically, but you see like during the trailer when you know like the player character walks out of the house, it looks like an accurately big house compared to the size of you as a person, and then you like walk down this little pathway and like the scale of it makes much more sense, and you feel like you're in a bigger world than I think the other Pokemon games. And that's I gotta imagine, obviously, because of the hard like the power of the Switch's hardware, you know, not having to go on 3DS or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it
Fucking
isn't on like
thankful.
as you say, not on the 3DS.
Thankful.
I mean, I know you're very happy about it, Mark. Are you not sad for the fans that wanted it to be on a
No.
portable handheld?
No, because the game. Guess what? The game is still fucking portable. That's why.
But it doesn't fit in your pocket, says the 3DS naysayers.
I don't care, man. Listen,
Just-
if they need to get over it, because you're holding Pokemon back if you're keeping it on the 3DS.
Yep.
Like, this is what people have wanted for so long, and we finally have a console that's someone that can fucking work with it and like do what people want, and I'm so happy for
That is
it.
very true. I
I'm
like,
very
understand the
I
sarcasm.
am slightly concerned, and not even slightly concerned. I guess it's kind of just like a hope of mine. I hope that they spend a lot of the time in a not overhead view, but in like just a normal third person view. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like a normal action third person
Absolutely.
view.
Like
I'm
you'd actually
always-
be able to look around.
Yes, and not like from a top up, but like look and have like a draw distance where you can actually see things far away from you.
I see
really
what you're getting
want
at,
that
like
in
from a
Pokemon
behind
game.
perspective where you get to turn the
Yes.
camera around and look around. Okay, it took a minute for that to click. Okay.
I want that so fucking bad. in a
Yeah, it
Pokemon
seems
game.
like that might not be a thing from the trailer.
I know.
Because there's like different angles that, because something that I read was that the people who are being critical of this, the people who want there to be like radical changes, or like you still can't move the camera or whatever, which I guess is not confirmed, but it seems like you might not be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing that they mentioned during the direct was that they were willing to take risks with this game. And
It's a good thing that they are.
Good.
I'm really hoping we get some like a radical risk. Like
Same.
In which
I-
direction though? Are you talking like radical in terms of gameplay or in terms of like?
I
actual
I
plot?
would say if they did something like less gym fights and more open, like I know it's not going to be like a super like Breath of the Wild style open world thing, but like
What if though?
that's what I think the series needs is a more open world
I agree.
approach
Agreed.
I
to
agree.
to these worlds that they create. Like I'm gonna assume that that's not going to be the case with this game, because if you look, like a lot of the map around the back of the final city and like the mountain range and on the western border of the map, you know, it's empty and it doesn't look like you're ever going to be able to traverse over there.
God, I hope you can though.
Exactly, but like that's the thing. I hope
But
that
you know,
can.
it's definitely a hopeful thing, because if you think about it, the past few regions, speaking of the conversation about water, they've all sort of been like islands, right? Where you don't really think there's much expansion to go to because it's surrounded by water on all sides. But in this case, this is actually a pretty landlocked strip of land, you know? It's like, why not be able to go past those borders and explore the rest? Yeah, I think about
Also-
Kanto and Johto because, you know, you know, in the beginning, Kanto wasn't exactly landlocked. You had the whole area to the left that you never was able to access, and then you get Johto, which shows you what was actually there to the left. But I
Also,
digress. Go ahead.
I just an interesting observation I just noticed. If you look, there are what appear to be 4 like stadiums.
Yeah. Yep. I
You
noticed
know,
that in the trailer too.
you've got
Yeah.
my bad. There's 5 stadiums.
Yeah, I see that.
There's 3 on the western side, and then there's 2 on the eastern side. I wonder if they're going more for like a Pokemon Coliseum style game where you have to do all a bunch of story shit, and then the Coliseums are like extra bits,
I mean, either that or
or
it's the
if
replacement to
they're
gyms.
necessary for progression.
I think that from looking at the trailer, pretty much all of, or a lot of the fights that I perceive to be gym fights were done in more of like a stadium.
Gotcha.
So I was reading up a little bit about it, and a lot of people are kind of pointing at that now, like, hey, instead of being like gym battles, they might be moving more towards like the actual fucking like people watching you fight
In the stadium,
and
which makes the Sword and
that would be
Shield
super
comparison.
cool.
Which would make sense considering the show has always had that.
Yep, exactly,
You know?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
obviously
hope
it was
that,
probably a limitation of the 3DS, but now they'll be able to do it. And who this might not even be, this is wishful thinking, but there's a lot of cloud cover on this
Ooh, that's a good
map.
point.
You think they're
You
hiding
know,
islands out there?
I
Ooh.
think it's very possible that there might be some islands under the larger sections of clouds.
Like on the left
Because-
and the right of the
because-
center area?
Because if you look, there's a little harbor by one of the like stadiums on the eastern side. There's a boat there. Maybe
I
the
see
boat
that.
goes somewhere. Who knows? But
Question: has Pokemon had variable weather in the past?
not really. Like
Like
there
you have
were
selective, like
there
Ruby,
was
Sapphire, Emerald,
seasons.
right?
There was seasons in black and white, and it would change between fall, summer, autumn.
Yeah.
and
Did they ever
spring,
bring that back?
And I don't think so. But
They
it's like
should've.
when it was the winter seasons, there were a couple areas where it would snow and open up new areas.
I
But
wonder if in this game, one of the risks or one of the changes that they'll make is that like certain Pokemon are only available during
During
like certain
Certain
weather.
Yeah.
that would be, and
Um,
if they do have a weather system, I hope it's like random and you can't like it's not like, oh, you walked into town 1, it always rains in town 1. Make that shit random.
You know
Put
what
it
would
on a
be dope
cycle.
as fuck, which is not gonna happen, but imagine they linked this game, well, it wouldn't be able to happen because it'd have to be always online, but imagine they linked this game with like the actual weather in your area. So if it was like raining in the forecast, it would be raining in game, and then you'd actually like that would be the day you had to go catch that Pokemon because I don't know. I would
Listen,
actually
That would be
kind of
kind
like
of
that.
cool. That's
but
a little
Too
people-
close. You're
it'd
getting
be a
too close
lot
to
of-
Pokemon Go right now.
It'd be a lot of pushback. See, but that's a compromise I'd be willing to make. I think that would be cool in the game.
I mean that's something that it would make everyone's journey through the game different, because
Yeah.
if it's raining here but not raining in California, I'm gonna find different stuff than someone in California, and that's cool.
Yep.
Like it opens
And-
the door to very unique kind of experiences for every player. Yeah.
And
Yep.
like it you have like, if say the global trading system comes back,
Oh yeah.
then it makes you more inclined to trade something on the GTS, even though people ask for ludicrous shit, so they should figure out a way to not do that.
They gotta get a better trading system than that was in Pokemon Let's Go though.
But-
That
but-
shit
but-
was ridiculous.
But we still need Wonder
Wonder
Trade. Wonder
Trade.
Trade is one of the best
Please.
things that they added to
Please.
X and Y.
That is
Please.
really a joy that I hope they don't get rid of.
Same.
Wonder
I
Trade.
agree.
Okay, yeah, no, I remember Wonder Trade. Basically, it gave
It
presents
was
over
it
the
was
internet,
the roulette. It was
Yeah.
No.
Wonder
no.
Trade was just you send out a random Pokemon, or not a random Pokemon. You pick a Pokemon to send out, and you receive a random Pokemon from someone else using Wonder Trade.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Uh,
Never mind. Okay, gotcha.
Also, can we talk about how good the fucking Pokemon look in this game?
Oh,
Yo,
we
Yeah,
haven't
they
even
look
we
great.
haven't
gotten
talked
to
about the
that yet.
starters.
Oh my god. There's starters.
Oh
Yeah,
my
this
God.
is Pokemon. So we got we've got Score Bunny, who is the fire bunny. You've got Grookey, the grass monkey,
Mhm.
and I'm drawing a blank on the water.
Sobel.
Sobble,
Hashtag
Sobble,
protect.
Sobble.
Sobel.
Yes.
Hashtag
So
protect.
Sobel.
He's got
Protect.
anxiety.
He
Protect
definitely
him.
does.
He
My
needs
man's
protection.
freaking out.
He's just scared. He just needs a hug.
Yeah,
want
I
a
mean, in
hug.
the sprite that they show you in the in this game, it's just he has a fucking wide open mouth, and he's just like, "Oh God!" Like looking at the
It's
screen.
the surprise
Sco-
Pikachu face meme.
But
the monkey has like a smile, and he's like waving to you, and Score Bunny's just jumping up in the air and so happy, and Sobble is terrified. Like, does not want to be here.
but listen, man, all three of these Pokemon are fucking cute as shit, man.
They're cute AF, man. I want all of them. I can't choose.
I like that Score Bunny like stands upright. It looks so silly.
Yeah. I'm very excited about them, but I'm also been thinking about, do you think PETA's gonna have a field day with this game if it turns into like a fighting ring of Pokemon?
Oh,
Aw.
obviously.
They're gonna
PETA
freak
always
out.
has a field day with anything Pokemon related in the past. Has
Listen,
he not?
I
so
still
funny.
haven't I haven't like abandoned the idea that maybe this is the game where we introduce like Pokemon as soldiers, because look, in the map there's just
Oh my
these
God.
two huge cities, right? One of them looks like they both look like they have castles in them. And
Yeah,
and
mhm.
wait, no, hold on. And the games are named Pokemon Sword and Shield. All right. I'm just saying maybe there's a Pokemon War in this game.
Do you think it's gonna be rated M for gore?
Yeah.
like real massacres happening on this field.
Well-
Last Pokemon game ever.
You know what, Mark? Now that you mentioned the idea of a Pokemon War, there already has been a Pokemon War that was alluded to in X and Y. Maybe this takes place around that time.
Oh, really?
May-
We're playing with timelines now? Well, we've always been
Hot
playing
hot
with
take.
timelines.
Hot
The-
take.
the great
we're,
Pokemon
Very hot
War?
take.
we're
He's an
gonna.
esteemed analyst.
we're-
Oh
we're
yeah,
gonna-
very esteemed analyst right
all
there.
right, I'm not trying to say anything, but whatever. we're gonna meet that guy AZ in this game, 100%,
Oh.
100%. He's
The old
3,000
man.
years old.
Yeah.
I hope there's some cool cameos of just like random characters in this game. I want Brock in here, even though he's not supposed to be here.
I mean, like better cameos than they were forced in Alola, right? Where you only basically see your cameos fight against you in the whatever that was called,
in that bullshit like fake Coliseum.
Coliseum thing.
Shit.
What's
Yeah.
on your guys' wish lists for this?
Uh,
And it doesn't need to be realistic. I'm just
Okay.
curious.
I'll go with a realistic one first. Don't make Scorbunny firefighting, because there's been like 6 firefighting starters in 8 generations.
What if it
But
was
look,
fire
it's got the
normal,
bandage
though?
on its nose. Isn't that indicative of something?
If it's fire normal, that's almost as bad as it being
I was gonna say.
firefighting.
Yeah, that's
if you ask me.
Totally.
That's kind
But-
of sad, actually. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my big thing. I would like, a somewhat original starter type combination. That'd be really sick. Maybe even a new type in the game. Don't know what it
Bioelectric.
would be. Don't know what it would be. But,
Soldier type.
so yes,
Mark with the C, you
There-
gotta
there-
stop.
there we
Stop
go.
putting in realm of rated M, man.
Military type. No, wait. No, Grenadier. type Pokemon.
Ugh. Okay. I've given up hope.
I really want them to add reward for exploration in this game. I want, since it seems like the maps are more to scale and there's like a little bit, it's going to be a little different in terms of exploration. I want there to be some stuff that I can find if I really look hard enough, and for there to be rewards for finding it. Like,
What kind
look
of
in every
rewards
nook-
you mean? Like
look in
finding
every
rare
nook and
candies?
cranny. No,
Oh.
because that's like in every game. But like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I want like special Pokemon battles. But
Oh,
I
I
guess it's in every
see.
game.
Like
Yeah,
special
like
event.
dungeons.
Yeah, like dungeons. I would love there to be dungeons. I think that'd be
Ooh,
so cool.
yes, that'd be
and,
so
and
cool.
and not make the dungeons against like a legendary Pokemon per se, but make it something difficult.
Yeah.
That rewards you for clearing it and taking the time to clear it.
Yeah, like you get something really cool and unique from doing it. And it would also be cool that if like dungeons, let's say like dungeons were replayable and then the things that you got just had like chances of dropping certain
Well,
things.
hold on, are we turning Pokemon into a loot-based RPG?
RPG? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'd be honestly, I wouldn't be
Are you
about
turning
adding
into
a couple of those
Destiny?
things.
I
Okay,
don't
hold on.
think-
You took a giant step there. There's not like there are two completely different games.
You start loot based in RPG. You're 2 of the 3 ways there. All you missing
Oh,
is the
Well,
so
this
fun.
isn't a.
There's only 3 things that make up Destiny?
No,
Well-
I was being metaphorical.
Well, I mean,
Well, it's loot, RPG aspects,
guns.
and microtransactions.
well,
Yeah, we need some microtransactions. I love that.
we don't know yet, but who knows? There might be first-person shooter aspects in this game. We'll
I mean,
we'll find
Mark
out.
C is very solid on
Yeah.
that opinion right there. Really wants it to happen.
Yeah.
Hey, if it
Well,
happens,
hey.
I'll eat my hat, literally.
Okay.
Do you
Oh,
think, do you
hold
think the
on,
sleeper will be in this
clip
game?
it.
Yeah, it's on tape. We got it. I have 2 wishes that I think are both not gonna happen, but I mentioned the first one to you guys, and I feel like it's a good time to bring it up since you mentioned Destiny. But there's a couple of very big cities on this map, and it would be very cool if the cities like functioned as like the way that the tower works in Destiny, where you just get to be walking around and see other players walking around and doing your going to the shop or the Pokemart, Jesus Christ, or
So
the
you mean like,
Pokemon
are you
Center.
turning it into Destiny?
Oh my god!
But
How dare you?
well, okay. Yes, I am trying to turn it into Destiny.
You're very honest. You're very
But
honest.
here's my other thing that's I think more realistic but also not realistic at all. Free flight. So instead of having a path, you can just fly once you obtain fly or Pokemon with fly.
Yeah.
You can fly around
Oh,
the world
that's a good
like
one.
however you'd like. I think
Like
that
when
would
you
be
got to
so
fly
fun.
on Latios and Latios in Omega Ruby.
Is that what you
Did
get
you
to
get
do?
to do that?
That's cool.
Do you actually get
I
to
forget.
like fly? I want it to be that I don't have to follow the same
Yeah.
routes that I would if I walk. Like I want to be able to fly over to that shit.
Yes, exactly.
Like, what if you get
And
to
touch
fly
straight
and
through
get to like encounter Pokemon while they're flying and like battle them
Yeah,
in
oh,
midair,
that's
like
super
catch
cool.
a
That'd be
Pidgey or
super fun.
something?
Well,
Pidgey's very
you
basic,
could
but-
you could do that in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Okay, I get the
I
point.
didn't
there.
play
But
those.
Rob
Could
didn't
you
play that
fly
game.
over shit though? Like,
Yeah, you could fly over the entire map. Granted, you had to land at specific points, like a city or a route.
but like
You
I could fly over Mount Moon if like
yes, you could fly over shit.
Oh,
Literally,
that's cool.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
want that back then.
So
And
maybe
that's
it can
what I'm
happen.
saying.
Yeah, I didn't know that was even a thing, and I didn't play the Omega Ruby and Sapphire.
Same.
Good, I'm not alone. Yeah, the bird doesn't hurt as much.
Well, Rob hasn't played like
Leia, shut up.
any of the last 3
No
Pokemon
thanks.
games. So, you know.
Thanks for the roast.
Oh, here's another one. Sorry. I got another one. This is a stupid one. Fully voice acted cutscenes and
Ooh.
an anime like song intro. to the
Okay,
game.
that's asking for too
Oh!
much. That's a little much for Pokemon.
Yo,
Whoa,
hold
are
on.
you saying you want this to be Kingdom Hearts right now?
Oh
I was
my
gonna
g-
say.
you-
I
you're
want to be both Destiny and Kingdom Hearts.
You're putting
Because
two of your
that's
favorite
all
things together.
that Kingdom Hearts is. Kingdom Hearts is only that.
is anime.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're halfway there with Pokemon. Might as well go full anime. Have an actual animated music
listen.
video with its opening.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't either.
I'd fuck with that. I fuck with it.
I mean,
heavy.
you have hardware that can support it on a big glossy screen now. I don't see why not.
I'm
It's
about
very
it.
true. I don't see why not.
I'm about it. So much Pokemon,
That's-
guys. So much Pokemon.
I love it. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I love Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. We, based on how we've been talking about this, I'm pretty sure that's been self-evident.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Don't we
and
all?
I'll just say this: I had really low expectations. I'm thinking that they were gonna announce some straight up bullshit, but I turned out to be
A believer.
quite happy with what they put out. I'm glad that they put the whole 7 minutes to
The
Gen
whole
8.
7 minutes into it.
I mean,
well,
like, like 4 of those minutes were being like, "Hey guys, I'm this guy and I work at this place and we love Pokemon." Like that's what most of that was, and then they had like a
True.
little bit of the actual.
True,
But I'm not mad though. I'm really not mad.
but
It's fine.
it's not like those other 4 minutes were dedicated to like Pokemon Quest, you know,
Oh
or
my
like
god.
or like
Or
Pokemon,
Pokemon
Shuffle,
Go. Let's
or,
go.
or like Pokemon Go. Like they were like, all right, we're gonna talk to you about Pokemon real quick, and then we're gonna show you Pokemon. And I'm
Yes.
yeah, okay.
They were very concise about it. I could respect that. You know,
Do-
like they
do
weren't
more of that.
jerking you around. Yeah, do more of that. Agree. Just bringing it back to the trailer though. Let's talk about something that was shown but not explicitly said, and we'll talk about mechanics. Specifically, this is your classic Pokemon mechanics. This is your classic, random
Better
encounters, and you can battle wild Pokemon again. But a
Yes.
comment I wanted to bring up is like, do you not like? There's one thing from Pokemon Let's Go that I appreciated, and was being able to see Pokemon in the wild. Do you
I
guys
want
not miss
that back.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think I would miss.
I think that was one of the best additions that they put into Let's Go.
I agree.
Honestly, you know,
I think that it's not in there, right? They show a random encounter happening, and
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
can
no,
random
it's
see the
not in this
Pokemon.
game. It's not in
Yeah.
this game.
well, that's silly, but
Yeah.
whatever. It's
I-
classic.
I can deal with that, to be
Yeah,
honest. Like it's one of those things that's just like fuck.
It's
was
just
so-
like fuck,
like,
but you take it.
It was so easy in Pokemon Let's Go, and it's gonna be kind of hard to go back to that. But I'm sure we'll get used to it again. Like
I mean, I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
really sad entering a cave and having to fight a million Zubats.
that's
Well-
that's gonna suck.
Hold on, I'll say this: it wouldn't be as annoying if whatever the equivalent of Zubat in this game. Hopefully, it's not Zubat. Hopefully, it's something good.
Yeah.
Because they could do something different and make the Zubat the best Pokemon in the game.
Yeah.
But
I am glad that it's like that they are going back to old mechanics. I just
Oh yeah, for
hope
sure.
That,
I mean,
I hope the XP system stays the same. that it
yeah, we
used to
don't
be.
get to see a lot
Yeah.
of that. The actual battle, like the battle dialogues, we don't get to see. We don't see the XP bar, HP bar. You would assume they're the same, but I hope they didn't change anything there.
I've got one more hope and dream for this game,
Okay.
and I hope that there are difficulty levels.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting.
I want
Interesting.
to be able to start the game on super expert hard mode, so that by the
Critical.
time I get so by the time I get through the first town, I want to kill myself
You want that for
Oh.
yourself? Are you
Because-
masochistic or what?
because there hasn't been a really challenging Pokemon game literally ever.
I mean, you're right.
I hope they have a Nuzlocke mode. I'd be
Yeah,
super
that would
hyped
be
for that.
super cool. But
Nuzlocke,
make
what's that?
so a Nuzlocke. It's a type of run that people do in Pokemon, where if something dies, you have to release it, or
Yeah, like it's
Ooh.
dead when it
like
dies.
like something from like Fire Emblem has that, right?
Yeah,
when
permadeath.
when
Yeah,
when
permadeath, yeah.
your character or one of your characters dies, they die, and
Like
then
you can't use them again. No,
Yeah.
like it's gone.
I think that would be really neat.
It would.
Maybe-
It would.
maybe-
I mean, if we're going with the whole FPS route, I mean, they'd be realistically dead soldiers, unless you res them or something like that.
Like maybe don't kill them, but make it so they go back to your PC, but they can't be taken back out of it.
That's an
I think
interesting
that would
spin
be
on
so-
it. Yeah.
Pretty neat.
God, I hope that does not make its way into the game, or at least, I mean, sure, that can be a mode.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want
Yeah,
it to
it-
be the.
Well, if there's like if there's difficulty modes in the game, right? You make the hardest difficulty that it adds permadeath
Yeah.
or permafaint, if you will.
Yeah, permafaint.
No, I want permadeath. I want this
Okay.
to be the M-rated Pokemon game.
Oh, good luck with that.
Honestly, though, I really do want a dark Pokemon game. Like, I don't
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
we've ever gotten like a dark one. I want like a
That's what
rated
Detective
T for
Pikachu is for.
teen. Like,
Just-
yeah, but like I
Just
want
all
a.
lavender towns.
Oh yeah, sure, that too.
I just
Graveyards
want a really
everywhere.
dark one. I want a
Dead
crazy
Pokemon
dark
bones.
one. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of dark if you think about people eating Slowpoke tail. I mean, that's dark, right?
I mean,
But they grow them back. It's fine.
Yeah, but
yeah.
they chop them off somehow, right?
But they grow back.
Okay.
okay. I don't know. Anyway, we've talked a lot about Pokemon.
But guess here's the good thing though. We could talk more about Pokemon later.
We could. Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about Pokemon in like 2 topics from now, I guess, or 1. I think we're taking 1.
Yeah, let's pivot to guess what? More Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Microsoft
hold
bringing
on.
the-
Before
Whoa,
we
whoa,
do
whoa.
this,
Oh,
Wow,
We
you
should
can't just kill our vibe like that.
I know I'm sorry. I'm ruining the momentum, but let's plug our latest live stream that we're gonna do. Since
But
we're
we don't even
talking
know when
about
it's gonna
Pokemon.
happen.
next
Oh, I
week.
thought we decided.
Okay, did we decide? I don't fucking know. When is it
I,
happening?
I know we decided on the sun. I thought we said Sunday of next week.
Okay, cool. So that's Sunday, March.
That would be March 10th.
Third.
March-
Oh. Oh, not this Sunday. the
We're
following.
so
not
bad
the-
at
See?
dates.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's Sunday,
Listen, I
March
had-
10th.
March 10th.
I haven't eaten
Guys,
dinner yet.
I don't think we can do it actually. It's daylight savings time starts that day.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
and I might go see this movie, and that's gonna take all day. So like, I
you
just
know what?
can't do
We
it.
we should reschedule then. We should
All right.
reschedule.
Just
Work
I'm just
on
kidding,
it.
Rob. I love you. Yeah, March 10th, we're gonna be doing a live stream, and we're going to rank all of the original ones. Right? We're not going through all fucking 800. of
Oh
them.
my God, we'd be there for days, not hours,
We'll-
days.
We'll be there longer than discussing the Kingdom Hearts 3 release.
Oh
So
my God, wasn't that like 3 hours?
it was like 4.
Jesus Christ.
So I think we cap it at the 151. You know, at Mew, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Format,
need
TBD.
some serious snacks and
Oh,
coffee.
definitely.
There
is
will
gonna
be
take-
words, as they say.
Because think about it. If we take 3 minutes on each Pokemon, that's 450 fucking minutes.
Dude, that's
We
Don't talk like
we
that.
really need to think
Dude,
about
that's
if
so-
we're
no, that's-
seriously
okay,
doing
that's-
151. I don't know if we should be
that
talking
would be,
about it now,
that would
but-
be 7 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's feasible, man. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna come up with a system, and we'll
Jesus
try
Christ.
and not make it 7 hours.
So if you're not doing anything that Sunday, just listen to us for 7 fucking hours minimum.
And if you find it after that, listen to it for.
For 7 hours.
Good luck
Wait,
to
can we-
both
can we-
us, the speakers, and the listeners. Go ahead. What?
Would we be breaking a world record for the most time talking about Pokemon?
Oh, we should find out.
Does a
Hold
record
on.
exist for that at this point? I actually would
If
be
not-
shocked.
Let's make it.
I don't know.
Let's-
I don't know
this
if my
is how it
body
gets
is ready for that, man.
I think we will.
soon.
All right, so don't listen to anything we just said. We'll work out the details, and then we'll come back to you guys. next week.
Amazing.
Yeah, just like we're coming back to that second topic we brought up.
Yeah,
But bodies
Microsoft
being
bring-
ready?
Yeah, Microsoft's bringing the Game Pass library to the Switch, which should be super interesting. I think it's kind of cool. To be honest,
The age of the cross-platform, it beginneth.
it does beginneth. It does beginneth.
What games do we have in the
Sea of
in the
Thieves.
Game Pass? Oh,
Oh.
Cuphead too, right?
Cuphead. Cuphead. You know, Game of the
Yes.
Year for 2019. And it'll be on the Switch. It's portable. It's Game of the Year again.
The whole Master Chief collection is on Game Pass, but I don't think that the Switch can handle that.
Well, the
think if it
thing is,
streams
they're
it, it
also
can.
planning on bringing their streaming.
Oh,
their streaming
then in
platform,
that
too.
case, then
Yeah,
that would
see?
be pretty cool. But you know what? Imagine playing a fucking FPS on
Ooh.
Joy-Cons. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's yeah. I just
Then
realized.
then Pro controller sales are gonna go through the roof.
It's true. It's very true.
But you gotta admit, like Xbox coming in is kind of like filling up Switch's shoes where they dropped the ball on their internet. Basically on their
But,
online infrastructure,
like,
because they don't have a good one, to be honest with
but
you.
like not really, because did they announce anything about like the online infrastructure being added to Switch? Because
No, I mean it's still a rumor, but like the idea is if they do that, like that would be a seriously good fill. If
if they even do that, they might just be like, okay, we'll give you the cloud software platform that we use, but we're not going to give you Xbox Live. That's very possible. Silence.
I think that this is like a really interesting sign for two reasons. One, because Nintendo is allowing a major like competitor in consoles to like allow people to play games on their system, which is like you would never expect something like that even like 2 years ago. It's only really since like the crossplay stuff has happened that this was even stuff that people thought about. But also, the other thing is like Xbox or Microsoft has like done some weird stuff with Xbox where they made all of the Xbox One exclusives playable on PC, and they've done this Game Pass thing, and now they're moving it to Nintendo Switch, which means like maybe their future means like no Xbox. Maybe they just like have like
They
just
move
this
to more of
service.
the service platform rather
Yeah.
than the hardware platform. That could be very interesting.
Yeah, like I don't know if how viable that is, but I mean it's an interesting thing to think about, and this is like a pretty cool step.
I was reading somewhere the other day that people have been kind of speculating that the next generation of console might be like the last generation of console, and you kind of get away from the console market after that, where it is kind of just like a service instead of a actual piece of hardware.
Interesting.
Because I mean, at the rate that we're going, everything has just been a relatively marginal improvement on the old hardware, right? I mean, like the PS4 to the PS4 Pro. Granted, the PS4 from the PS3 was a different story, but it's like, is there really a sustainable business there in the next few years?
Yeah, I think you're going to hit a point where you have a lot of pieces of hardware that are already out there that are powerful enough to run these games that they don't need to make a separate one. They can just make a service and provide that service to you, and then have things that are compatible to run all like on all of these different devices. It would be pretty interesting to see if that's where it actually goes. But who knows? I think it's an interesting step, though.
I mean, especially since a lot of the games that we play now are kind of more like services, when you think about it, basically with all these game passes, etc. It kind of lends itself to that idea. It's very interesting. It's an interesting thought.
Yeah, and it's not even like game passes though. It's like the way we kind of consume a lot of media these days, or a lot of like I don't fuck whatever you call it, like TV, right? TV used to be like, oh, you got to buy a cable box and whatever, but now you don't need to. Now you can buy televisions that have all of this shit built into it, and everyone's getting away from that whole getting a box and just buying another device that can do all of this stuff.
Very true.
Like I have so many apps. I have a Roku TV, and I have apps for so many of the channels that I technically have because of my cable box. So I don't even need a cable box in that room because I have so many of those channels already just built into my television.
Exactly. You really only need to just buy the service.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The hardware follows it essentially. So, especially since everything since then, as you said earlier, Mark, has just been iterative. Not a big leap.
Especially with consoles, but I mean, like even PCs. How long can your hardware last on the new games before you really reach that point where you're bottlenecking your performance that you need to upgrade, right? Like
people can still live with 5-year-old graphics cards, still be fine in today's generation.
Because I mean, look, so some of the games that people are playing now aren't as as grand as they used to be. Like look at a game like Fortnite.
Fortnite runs on a
Fortnite's
potato. I mean, it's
Fortnite
well
is-
optimized. That's part of the reason.
Exactly. Fortnite is not any, power hungry game that you need the dual 2080s, right? you could run it on anything.
I mean, and
So-
that's also why Fortnite in general runs on every console and cell phone on Earth. But I mean, that's the whole point, though. You can enable such ideas as gaming as a service when you can make it accessible in that way.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool too how a lot of the it's kind of like a shift, but a lot of the games, like for a while, I felt like a lot of the games that were getting really popular, and it was all about like, oh, look at the graphics. You know what I mean? Look at the graphics, and now we're kind of getting away from that.
It's
in certain
true.
areas, where
I
that's
mean,
not
like,
as big of a deal.
you can only say look at the graphics and go so far. Like this I mean, I'm also going on a tangent, but this also comes into like resolution comes into play. It's just sort of like you had the hop from SD to HD, you get to 1080p, and it's just sort of like at that point, does everyone on Earth own like a 4K TV to be able to take advantage of such a jump? No. I would almost gamble that say like a lot of people are pretty content with 1080p. Actually, that might be a little controversial. I might take
No,
that back.
I still run all of my shit on a 1080p. Do I want a 4K? Yeah, but whatever. Like Destiny still looks really good on it, so I just deal with it. It's
Yeah.
also a plasma, so like that kind of helps. It's like
yeah.
a really good TV from when I bought it, but still, I think it's pretty interesting to see that the shift is happening in terms of people don't care as much about graphics as they used to. But things are also getting powerful enough to run whatever at this point.
Yeah, honestly, I think people would much rather a game that runs really well than a game that's just 100% stunning.
Yep.
At least I would
True.
anyway.
Yeah, it's what's the point of it being stunning if it only runs at 10 frames per second? I'm
Exactly.
thinking about PUBG.
Look how good Anthem looks. It sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's
not
so
a good
true.
game. Like
Yeah.
looks cool though.
Anthem
Sure.
Anthem died really hard.
Yeah.
It died, but it was
in
dead
my-
on arrival, pretty much.
I
mean, based on
literally
the beta.
played it for 2 nights and I was like, I'm over that.
Yeah.
Although, you know what else video games need? We talk about not caring about graphics, but people really do care about their microtransactions, do they not? Their skins.
Oh,
my
maybe
God.
to a fault, right?
Hey, Can I ask a
Sorry.
slightly off topic question
sorry.
or
Have we ever been on
anthem-related
topic?
question?
No,
Honestly,
but that's
no.
what makes it
but
so much
I feel
fun.
like I'm particularly bad at this today, so my bad. But can I
That's
can I
great.
just ask like a philosophical question?
for it.
Anthem is supposed to be a loot game,
Yeah.
yet they sell skins, and I just don't understand how those two things make sense together.
They
If
don't.
you're like, if you play the game to get loot to look good, why would you buy a skin?
Impatience. It's pretty much
But
preying
like,
on
is a
people's
skin
impatience.
loot? Does the
Oh.
skin cover
Oh.
over the loot? Like, I don't. Does your loot not show on you when you get a skin? It just makes no fucking sense.
All right.
That's a good point.
Tune into the Games Philosophy podcast next week.
I mean, it's a good thought. I mean, honestly, I can't say I understand the mindset in so much, but it just comes down to EA thinking that that's what people want. Really.
They want to put everything in their game that can
That's
make
not what
them money.
people want. People don't want just skins.
Would you
You know
buy
what's
skins in Pokemon?
No.
Ooh.
You know what's funny though?
No.
You know what's funny though? I was thinking about my financial situation recently. I've definitely saved like a good 50, 60, almost $100 like a month because of all of those fucking microtransactions in Fortnite that I just don't.
See, that's you're purging yourself of a demon inside.
It's crazy though. Like you don't think about it when it's just like, it's like $10 here, $15 there. Oh,
It
that's
adds up.
cool. I want that. $20. It totally adds up. It's wild.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I know that
Yeah.
feeling as a person that is now completely stuck on a mobile game that is kind of predatory. But
Fire
worry.
Emblem.
it's not Fire Emblem. It's not Fire Emblem. It's okay.
Yeah,
The
Candy
point
Crush.
is, I know how to
Candy
control
Crush.
myself, but it makes me really want
Subway
to pay.
Surfer.
Farmville.
Oh, 8 grand order. You've never heard of it. It's fine. But
Oh,
it-
he puts on his Ray Bans.
Mm.
Oh, he does
As
it.
he puts on
Rob,
his Ray Bans.
Hold on, Rob. What game is it?
oh my god, I'm not repeating it. But the whole point I'm
What-
just saying is mobile
Whoa,
games can be very
hold on.
Did he,
predatory.
did
You're
he
opening
say
a can of
Wow.
worms here.
Wow.
To
Oh, I thought you
to
said
Definitely
the first
playing-
time I was just being
My son is
sarcastic.
definitely paying Temple Run. You guys know what it
Not
is.
fucking Temple Run.
Speaking of Temple Run, are they on like Temple Run 47 by now? Or
Yo, speaking of which, like mobile games in general, I remember seeing this article for like Angry Birds. I'm like, how many versions of Angry Birds can there be? There's a lot more
What if-
Angry Birds out there
what
in the world
about-
than I
Yo, there's a
hold on.
movie for Angry Birds.
What is
They're
that
really
Flappy
mad,
Bird?
all right? Flappy Bird.
No, Flappy Bird is like the saddest mobile game ever. Remember the story
But it
of
was
that?
popular for a time, no?
The,
It's not...
the developer was like,
getting death threats?
no, he was like, yeah,
For
he was like
not-
so overwhelmed and overworked that he like quit making the game.
And then people got mad.
He pulled it. He
Yeah,
literally
he
Yeah,
pulled
he
it.
off
pulled
the
it. I
App
remember
Store.
this. I mean, that's not a story about a sad game. That's just a story about a sad
A
developer,
sad
I guess.
human?
Humankind just really fucking it up. That's what we're doing.
He was getting
Putting-
death threats.
Death
That's
threats to a
terrible.
guy who made a game with a bird that you just put through a bunch of pipes.
It's
Like
literally-
Just because people weren't good enough to get the bird through the
Yeah.
pipe.
maybe
You know what
guys
the
just
problem
suck.
is? You know what the problem with that game was? There were no microtransactions. That's
That's it.
why. That's why
No
they
skins.
were mad.
It was a simpler
Yeah.
time.
Not that
Can't
long
believe
ago,
it.
though. Oh
We
my
need
God.
over monetization. That's what we're looking for as consumers.
That's what's gonna save us as a human race.
Please,
I'm looking at
EA,
this-
Feed me skins.
So I this is like a weird thing to say, but I have a whoever decided to print the actual words on this guitar pick really fucked this one up.
Huh?
Yeah, sorry. I'll give a link so you can stick it in the video. They fucked it up. Come on, guys. Anyway, back to
Okay.
the video games.
Yeah, we like
yeah.
those, and we play
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Oh my
How long
God.
was that tangent, and what even was that tangent? But it's fine. This is amazing.
Anyway, I mean, Flappy Bird's a video game, right?
Yeah.
It is, I guess. Sure.
You know who makes video games? Reggie doesn't make video games anymore.
Rip.
Oh.
Sorry, Reggie.
His body was no longer ready.
Reggie.
Can someone please talk about who Reggie is and then give the rundown, please? Because I'm not gonna be good at doing that.
Rob can.
Robert.
Oh, great, you volunteered me for this job. So
Robert.
basically, Reggie, as we know him, the I'd say very famous Nintendo of America president, is stepping down in April, if I recall correctly, and is going to be superseded
Dead.
by Doug Bowser.
Who?
Yeah, April
Bowser?
15th. Bowser,
Doug
yes, Bowser will
Bowser.
soon be the president of Nintendo of America. But yeah, for a lot of people, I myself included, like Nintendo of America's face has always been Reggie Fils-Aime. Like, you know, I think about Nintendo of America, and you know, the first thing that comes to mind is Body being ready, or Reggie not giving us Mother 3. You know, those are like, kind of like
Damn you,
penultimate,
Reggie.
like thoughts that I have whenever I think about Nintendo of America. It's like, what about Mother 3? And then, you know, laser beams coming out of his eyes. You know, that stuff like that. He definitely had like a presence. A lot of gamers just, you know, really like the dude. He's a gamer himself. You can just tell just how chill he is. And he knows his IPs, and he's very passionate about them, and we've seen that over the years. And, you know, it'll make me kind of sad seeing him, seeing him leave.
We're lucky we had him for as long as we did.
15 years.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time to be holding a CEO position or a president of NOA. Like, 15 years, you don't just stumble around and, you know, end up lucky enough to be president of NOA for 15 years, you know.
Mm-hmm. I really hope that Todd Howard gets his job. I think. It's a
I mean, I
perfect
guess
fit.
that's an example of someone that stumbled around and yet somehow manages to stay afloat. But
Listen, it just works.
for some more than more, yeah.
My boy Todd just really spewing out all the lies. That's really what they need at this point.
But you know, I'm just thinking. I mean, I don't know what to expect out of this new Doug Bowser person, other than his name being so, you know, on point for Nintendo. But I really hope that he kind of brings like the same kind of charisma or fun-loving attitude that Reggie brought in a lot of the
Listen, that's gonna be
Nintendo
hard.
Treehouses.
It's gonna be hard.
It is. It's a hard
set the
act
bar.
to follow.
Yeah.
Those are large shoes to fill, I would say.
And this is where in the video we're going to splice in a picture that someone put into the into our group chat thing where it's just Reggie Rock, but it's like Reggie, the guy we're talking about, over the like a Reggie Rock Pokemon. It's pretty great. So
Part of me actually wonders. I was just thinking about the Reggies in general. I'm just sort of like, did the Reggie's Pokemon in Gen 3 come about because of Reggie? It's a very Reggie thing. No? Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, Reggie Steel, Reggie Gas.
Don't yet.
That would be a nice tribute, but is anyone that special to get like 5 Pokemon?
Reggie
No, man.
is.
Reggie seems to be very special.
Oh, Reggie, what a guy.
Reginald.
Anyway, yeah,
What a
we're
guy.
talking a lot about Nintendo, but that's fine. Quickly, new Detective Pikachu trailer. That's the thing that we didn't. talk about.
Ludicolo.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen
you
it?
haven't
What the
seen
No, I
fuck,
didn't see
Mark?
No.
Oh my god.
Listen.
I know.
All you need to know is that we don't deserve Ludicolo.
Dude,
I'm watching
we
it
don't
now.
deserve him serving us our coffee. Just saying, like. But
Yo.
like, there were so many Pokemon in there. Some of them are a little more creepier than others. Apom,
Yeah.
that was creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that monkey looks very scary.
Yeah.
Let me just bring up a thought real quick here, but a lot of articles, or at least a certain subset of articles, bring up the Pokemon movie as being oriented towards an older generation. I'm willing to believe that, and that's simply because in this trailer, a lot of the Pokemon are focused between Gens 1 and 3, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Greninja notwithstanding.
Greninja's in it. There's Golurk from Gen 5.
Oh,
He
I
was
might have
in the
missed that.
most
Oh my
recent
gosh,
trailer.
those little Growlithe. That's so cute.
What point?
He's catching up in real time.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
sorry.
Bulbasaur's though.
Go ahead.
Ah!
But yeah, no, but I mean, the thing is, with the but the majority of them are just Gen 1 through
Is
Gen
that
3.
is that a Reggie Rock? Is there a Reggie Rock in here?
No,
I
it's
didn't see one.
Golurk.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Nah, that's fine. But you had Charizard.
Loudred's. Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Wow, this movie's gonna be great.
Yeah. I also think I was afraid after the first one that I wasn't gonna find it that funny, but this this trailer, actually gave me so much hope for this movie.
Yo, it
Like-
still had me laughing. Like there were a lot of
Oh.
good bits to it.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
It'll be a total missed opportunity in this movie. There's a part of this trailer where the protagonist falls into a garbage can. If
Uh-huh.
there's no Garbodor rubbish in this movie, they fucked up.
What Pokemon besides that one? What Pokemon do you want to see in the movie that you haven't seen so far?
Have we seen Ampharos?
Well, of course
No.
you'd say that.
So then it's Ampharos.
Have we seen Scyther yet?
Of course you would say that. I need to think for a minute.
I think
Who would
that
I
I
really
saw.
wanna see?
I think I saw. Oh, Pancham. That's adorable.
Hmm.
I want passive aggressive teenage Charmeleon. That's really what I
Oh,
want.
like in between, that actually is perfect for Charmeleon, is it
Oh
not?
shit.
You get a Charizard.
Mewtwo.
Well, yeah, Mewtwo's in
Well,
it.
Mewtwo's in
Mewtwo's
this
in the
trailer,
trailer.
but that's crazy. I mean, I
it's
just
funny
got to
'cause-
that point.
That's funny because that's gonna be like the second Pokemon after Pikachu to be in both an animated film and a real live action film. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm super pumped for it.
I want to see an Arcanine. I mean,
That
it's
comes
a
out
little Growlithe.
this year, right?
Yeah, May. May. I think May.
Is it really that close?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
So funny.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was May. Someone can check me on that, but I'm pretty sure
Yo.
it said May.
I'm about to come up on the May 10th.
May 10th. Yeah, makes
memory
sense.
slot A viewing, boys.
Ooh.
Sorry, I gotta go see another movie on that
Oh
day.
my god, are you guys really gonna tie me down on this?
Yep.
God.
I'm
But yes,
sorry.
I'd be totally down.
Come meet us
Cool.
here and come meet us in Manhattan. We all watch it together, Chris.
Yeah. If you guys want
hold on. Rob, you said you wanted to see an Arcanine, right?
Yeah. Is there an
Arcanine's in the trailer.
I thought there were a bunch of little Growlithe. I didn't know.
Yep, in the back left. There's an Arcanine being all fierce like.
Okay,
Talking
I might
about
miss that.
Arcanine, do you guys remember in Pokemon Snap where there you had all the little Growlithe on the fucking pedestals, and then you had to like, or you was it in the pedestals, or was it there was like in little lava pools? Do you know what I'm talking about? In Pokemon Snap, there's like a
I-
fire.
Didn't you have to
pit.
toss a Charmeleon into a pit, a fire pool?
You
Yeah,
did
that-
have to do that, and he turns into Charizard.
Right, I
Yes.
remember that. There was Growlithe
Um,
too?
Yeah, there's like 3 separate little pits, and there's like Growlithe chilling on them. And I think you need to throw like stink bombs into little pits, and then the Growlithe or the Arcanine just like pops out of the lava and like does like a full ember show. I don't know.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
no,
Or
I
just
do
don't
recall.
remember.
I do recall. I don't remember how to trigger it, but yeah, you're right.
Pokemon Snap needs to come back and be a thing. I'm
Yo.
gonna speak it into existence.
Remaster that shit on the Switch, and then just include everything.
Yeah.
Yo, please give me Pokemon.
It's the only
Snap on Switch.
way
Come
to
on.
do it. Only way to do
Or
it.
bring back the virtual console.
That'll never happen.
I don't know.
That'll never.
Anyway.
But we've talked a lot about Nintendo shit.
yeah.
So let's
I think we're done. It's a lot of Nintendo stuff.
That was a lot.
I think we're pretty toast.
yeah.
We got lots
I
more
sure
to
am.
talk about in the future.
Yeah,
So-
we'll have plenty. Very plenty.
All right, boyos. Final thoughts.
Yeah. Pokemon is great. And
catch 'em all.
I can't wait.
I got one.
Mhm.
Ahem. My name is Reggie. I'm about kicking ass. I'm about taking names, and we're about making games.
Woo!
So
Very nice.
long, sweet prince.
What a
Alright.
legend.
What a guy.
Well,
Very good quote.
that's gonna do it for us this time on the Memory Slot A podcast. Now saving. Don't turn off the power.